read this disclaimer. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. It's been a while, but I am back. This is Ed FX Trader, and certainly it is good to be back. Well, I have some really nice trade setups to show you and to predict some movements. In particularly, I want to show you what I am seeing as that the pounds are going to fall, regardless of what is happening over Britain, over London. I am technically convinced that the pounds are going to fall. So I want to get straight right into it. We're going to look at the pound Australian dollar first. I want you to look at the chart in front of you. Use some spatial intelligence. Remember, we said to look left. Look for patterns in the market. Just channel in the form of consolidation, in the form of a channel, or just as a range. Generally, when you look on the monthly time frame or weekly time frame, you will normally see a range, or you will normally see a channel, and the market just tends to function in that channel for months upon months upon months, years upon years upon years. So every time you look at the market, you want to see that. So the first trade that I want to show is that I'm going to look at the pound Australian dollar. I want you to pause the video and see what you have learned so far, and what would you do in a situation like this, whether you believe the market is going to go down or up, why you believe it is going to go down or up, where you believe that it is going to go to, because you also need to have an idea where it is going to go to. Right, so pause the video now and then tell me what you see, if you need to change the time frame from monthly to weekly and so. But I continually have to show you how easy this thing is. It is really not difficult, but you just need to learn how to do it. Alright, so pause the video. Alright, so what do we see here? Alright, well, first of all, I'm looking at the monthly time frame, and from my education, the first reason I first want to show you that I see here a big crown. Now, if you don't know what a crown is, you need to go and do some reading about crowns in the forex market, right? So what is it? This is the crown pattern. You go up, this is your left tip, this is your center tip, this is your right tip, and that is where we expect the market to fall. The market tends to fall at the right tip. So I'm seeing this huge crown pattern on the monthly time frame. So I'm seeing that this is one reason why the market is looking to fall. Another reason, because we always want to look for more than one reason why we believe the market is going to do something. When I switch to the weekly time frame, I see that this pattern, I'm going to just remove this. I see that this pattern is at work. Just look at it. We can't exactly say where the top is, because that's just how these things are. We can't exactly say where the top is. But I just want to show you something. If we put this here, or even let's just even put it here, somewhere there about, we will see that the market tends to has been moving into this channel. Wherever this is the top, it falls, it falls, it falls, it falls, it falls. Somewhere along here, whether it goes all the way up here or not, we are going to predict it going to fall. And when it touches the bottom, it goes up and up and up and up and stuff like that. So that is the pattern that is at work. So that's another reason. Whether the market will use this angle, we don't know, or it will use this angle and fall now, we don't know, right? What we do know is that it is operating in this channel, and so we're going to expect it to fall. Now, if this thing falls, based on what's happening, we're going to expect it to go all the way back down, and that's over 1,250 pips back down, right? So we're going to expect it to go down here. So that's two reasons. Another thing I want to show you why I believe that it is also going to fall is something that is quite interesting here. And I just want to point this out. I'm going to remove this channel and show you something else. When we look left, I'm going to bring in a line exactly where the market is at now. Because whenever you look left, you want to just bring in a horizontal line, drop it where the market is at, and just look left. We're going to go back in history. That's what that means. To just see how the market tends to operate in and around this horizontal line. So if we go back, or if we just look at, we're going to go back, we see whenever the market reaches or touches this line, it fell here. That's just a few weeks ago. It fell there. It fell there. Let's go back and let's see what it does. Right? It U-turned here. It went up. Let's look again. Just take out these crowns. It turns at this point again. So this angle, this line, turns the market. It fell there, it fell there, it fell over here. Any more history? Okay, so we see the market tends to turn in and around this line. So that gives us another reason why I believe that this market is getting ready to fall and getting ready to fall drastically. Okay, there's another thing within the channel that I showed you earlier. There is also a range, and I'm going to bring in another tool here, shapes. And if you just kind of look within this box, I just want you to look within this box. And if we just look at what the market generally has been doing in and around this box, it goes up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. It goes up, it comes down. It goes up, and we're going to expect it to come down. So at least if we just follow this channel, we're going to expect this market to drop to here, which is round about the same point that when we draw this trend line in and around this area, we're saying that we are going to expect the market to fall, right? And may fall even further than that. We're going to expect it to fall even to down there. Like I said, these things are not an exact science. It's just what angle we believe that the market may operate. So I look at this and I'm like, this truly is a no-brainer. The pound Australian dollar is going to fall, right? Which means that the pound is going to weaken against the Australian dollar, right? Now, when you have situations like this, it either means that something will happen that causes the pound to fall, or something will happen that causes the Australian dollar to rise, that will give you this downward movement. Whichever it is, that's what we're predicting. So that's three reasons. A fourth reason is that I'm going to bring in the stochastic oscillator, right? And I just want you to just look and just humor me by just answering yes or no. Whenever this stochastic is in the buy zone, does the market go up? Yes or no? Yes. When it is in the sell zone and it turns, does the market fall? When it is in the buy zone and it turns, the market goes up. And if I just use this simple indicator, when it turns and goes up, the market goes up. And when it falls, when it turns to go down, the market goes down. And if that was all that we knew, we could trade this market. We want it to be below or around the 20 mark to buy, and when it is around or below the 20 or above the 8, we're going to look to sell, but we need it to turn. We need those two lines to cross. Once that happens, we're going to look for a trade. And so there it is. Here is another one again. Sorry, over here, right? Here is it again when it is in the buy zone and the sell zone respectively. Alright, and now here we are. It's been turning. It's still on its way up. It hasn't turned. How far up it will go, we don't know. But you can see that it's on its way up, and soon, inevitably, there will be a turn. And so I am looking to sell this. I'm actually already in this trade on one of my accounts, because this I'm telling you, this is money calling to me. So this is a pound Australian dollar, and then going to move to the pound versus the New Zealand dollar. And I want you to look again and just tell me, what do you see? Pause the video and tell me, what do you see? Okay, let me look on. Just tell me, what do you see? Oh, there's something I wanted to point out why I entered this trade. There is something very beautiful I want to show you. Why I entered this trade. I want to show you this, because this is just how we're able to predict the market. All throughout here, the market was going up, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. I drew a trend line to track the upward movement. This trend line been pushing the market up. The market broke through the trend line and come to the back side of the trend line. Do you just see how this is just beautiful? You see why trading is just a beautiful piece of work? This is just art. Here it is. The line was acting as support, 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 breaks through, and then now it is acting as resistance to push the market down. And these are all the things um, that we look for when we look to trade. And bam, right here, I entered the trade. And this is also what we also call a double top. Right here, the market comes back up to this, a double top, and it comes back, it retests the top, you sell. And I am selling, and I'm going to hold my position. I'm going to have taken profit on one position already, and then I sell it again. I'm going to take profit around here, and then I'm going to take profit down here. All right. Now the pound New Zealand. Alright, this video is going to be fairly long. It's been a while since I've done any videos, and I just want to update you on this. We're going to do the same thing again, right? Just drop in a line. Just drop a line right where the price is at, 97.50. Let's just drop this line at 1.9750. Let's just drop a line right there. And just look at how the market operates in and around this line. When it either comes near to, touches, it just falls. See, it went down, it went down, it went down. Here we are again. What we're going to expect it to do? Well, what it has always been doing, right? Even if it goes up a little, don't let it frighten you. Even if it goes up to this point, which it did at one point, it fell. This area here is the turning point. This area here, it turns in that zone, right? Once you see that it is in that zone, expect it to turn. When you look left, okay, let's continue to look left. When we look left here, this same line that was pushing the market down was pushing the market up. See there? In other words, this line was acting as support, and support becomes resistance, and that is a known fact in the forex market. The line that once pushes the market up will then eventually push the market down, and it was the same thing with this. The line that pushed the market up will then now push the market down, And that's the same thing I'm seeing here with the pound New Zealand dollar. So I'm like, this looks like it's really getting ready to fall again. Okay, another reason why we can look and expect something to fall, something to happen. I'm gonna go, probably you can see it a little better if I go to the weekly time frame, and I want you to just look at this. Let's look at this. Right? Push the market up, 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 comes back to the back side of this uptrend line, and we're going to expect it to push the market down. Right? I could even extend this to as far as this to show you that this started 2017. In 2018, push the market up. May of 2018, push the market up. August of 2018, push the market up. And now we're going to expect it to push the market down. So I'm seeing £2 pairs that are looking to fall. Let's see if we can find another one. So as I started to look at this, when I see like a currency of one type just lining up like this, then it gets my interest, because it tells me that something is up, something may be up. And just to humor you, if we put on the stochastic, where is the stochastic? Right, the same stochastic that we looked at earlier. Push the market, market turns, market went down, market went up, right about here, market went up, market went up. Now it is in the sell zone, and we're going to expect the market to go down. Right? So that's it. We're just going to expect it to happen. That is going to be our expectation. I'm already in 2 positions, and all I'm going to do is just leave the trade alone. I'm not going to watch the money rolling. I'm just going to leave the trade alone. And that's all I'm going to do. Okay, let's look at the pound Swiss franc, because this one I do believe is going to give us something as well. One of the easiest things to see with this one, right? Don't know if you can see it again, but let me just zoom in a little bit. Okay, the market, the beauty of the market. That's the beauty of the market. And if you want to go far back here, that's the beauty of the market. Push it up, push it up, push it down, and we're here again. I'm going to expect it to go down. Okay? Can you find another reason why the market may go down? Because we want confluence, and confluence is more than one reason why we believe the market is going to do something that we think that it is going to do. Look where? Look left. Just look left. Look left. Right? The market has already started to fall, but if I brought it up here, it started to fall from. And just look left. Push the market down here. The market went up above it here, but eventually look at the fall. Right? It went above it, right, by as much as, in a few weeks, it went above it as much as 500 pips. And then it just came tumbling down over 1,000 pips. Right? This here is pushing the market down. That's what we're going to expect. Even if it goes above it, I'm going to still expect it to go, because I'm not going to allow that to deter me. Right? If I look left, as I said again, this market that push, this line that push the market up, this price point that push the market up, started to push the market down. And that's all that there is to this. There it is again. Dropped, but then look here. Market went up. Market U-turned and went up. And these are the things that we look for whenever we trade. And pretty much that's all that you need. Let's look at where the stochastic is. And I like to always look at the stochastic on the weekly time frame. The same line. When you have this, so if you saw this line before as a line that was U-turn in the market, you see price comes up to this line, you're expecting it to U-turn. Then you see that the stochastic, you saw that the stochastic was in the sell zone, right? And you have proven that whenever this thing is in the buy zone and the sell zone, it just naturally reacts to the buy zone and the sell zone. And here it went up to the line, it fell, came down and then U-turn, and it went up back to the line. Why expect it to do anything different? So I'm going to expect it to fall. That's 3 pound pairs that we're expecting to fall. Was there another one? Let me look at the pound card. Right? And I look at the pound card. Beautiful. Just drop a line exactly where price is at now. And just look at what the market does at this price point. Look. This is just, you can't see anything more beautiful than this. Just look. It pushed the market up, acting as support, then now pushes the market down right there, down right there. Again, it went above, and I'm going to explain to you why you saw the market went above, down right there. I'm going to expect to go down. You will notice that each of the pounds at some point went above. See if I can point this out to you. What we would expect it to do. Okay, we saw it here in this area where the pound New Zealand went above the U-turn line. And the reason why it does this is there's a simple reason. The market was testing this low. Past support became future resistance. So it went above. Here it is again when you see it went above. The reason why it went above is that it is testing the support that is acting as resistance. It is testing the support that is acting as resistance, that will act as resistance. And that was the same thing it did here. This candle here went up to meet up in line in around this particular candle here. Because if you draw a line here, this was a low. This was a low in the sense that this was, it pushed the market up, pushed the market. So this support became resistance, so the market went up to touch it. So it went above this support to find the other support. So it was pushing the market down here, and then it burst above us to test this one, and this one held and push it back down. Right? And these are patterns in the market. And so I see this and I'm like, wow, this is 4 pound pairs that are lining up to fall. So what does that mean? Well, something is going to happen over there in London, England, and I believe it is around Brexit that is going to cause this market to fall and stuff like that. There are many trades that are lining up. I look at this and I'm like, oh sweet. I remember I saw this last year and I bought it because it was so easily identifying. The market has come back to that. I bought this when it was right here last year. I bought it because this line right where price is at, look at what the market goes up, goes up, goes up, it tests it back, goes up, it comes back and tests it, goes up, comes back and tests it, goes up and still come back down to test it, and it has done come back to the same thing again to test that point. You look back, look left, this line acts as support, pushing the market up, pushing the market up. Right? Did I make this up now? Just what the market's been doing. It's right there. You just have to know what to look for. You can manage your own investment. You just need to learn how to do this properly. And I'm hoping that you're picking up some things, right, from these videos. Another trade that I am seeing, just wanted to show you. I mean, this is just like so beautiful. Here it is again. Just drop a line, bam, and just look. See? Pushes the market up, pushes the market up, pushes the market up. So we're going to expect it to go up. So look for these things whenever you trade. And then to know how far it is going to go, just look at what it has done historically. When it went up here, it went up 1,160 pips. It went up, right? So you see on average, if you just drop a line here, the market tends, whenever it pushes up, it goes up here, right? And if you measure that move, that's about 1,100 pips. So we're going to expect it to do the same thing. It goes up to there, goes up to there, goes up to there, goes up. In this time it pushed past it, comes back down, goes up to there, comes back down. We can place one trade and walk away. Whether it takes months, it doesn't matter. That's how investment work. And so many of us have investments, I would leave it there 5 years and stuff like that, and then we come back and we make little or nothing on it. But not with the forex market. You base this trade, walk away a few months. It might take you from this bottom here to this top. That was 8 months. Even if you take a year, place a trade, walk away, it will go up to that point. That's what the market's been doing. And that's what we're going to expect it to do, right? And if you have good spatial intelligence that you develop over time, if you will see the beautiful crown that existed. This was the beautiful crown, and therefore it fell. This was what it did. And now we are here, and we're going to expect it to go back up. And that's what the market does. Same thing over and over and over. And there was also a crown within a crown, right? There was also a crown within a crown. But we have to stop and look for these things, right? We have to stop, identify these things. And once we identify these things and stuff like that, we are able to trade them and make money from them. But we also have to be able to know the patterns. So that's what's been happening. And so we just continue to trade like this. Success is not a fantasy. It is a formula. And all we want to be able to do is to find a formula of success and repeat the formula over and over and over and over and over again. Right? That's all we want to do. Find the formula of success. Whatever it may be one currency pair that you alone you trade. You just want a formula of success that you're going to trade the same way over and over and over and over and over and over, right? And it not necessarily may work 10 out of 10 times. You just need it to work most times, and that is enough to make you the money that you want, right? So that's what I do. I find the formula of success and I repeat it over and over, right? And over and over, and it just works, right? So I'm just going to give you an update on what I've been doing, and then we will call it a day and stuff like that. There are more systems that I trade, and all of my systems are profitable. It just is, and stuff. Like I said, once you have the knowledge about what you are doing, then you just continue to do it, and that is what I have. So I continue to remain successful month after month after month. And I'm not really trying to do it month after month anymore, because I'm really now starting to look at it as a long-term investment. So I will just place a trade and hold it for months and stuff. So the profitability of the trade will not show up until months down the line and stuff like that, because for me it's an investment with a plan to retire in a few years time. So this is Ed FX Trader signing out, right? And remember, it is God who gives you the power to make wealth. God bless you.